Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Millie and I'm so happy to have you here. This video has been a long time coming, like 2 years, but I'm glad to be back. And today I want us to talk about something really important, and it's a secret to life that I've discovered only in the recent past, and I thought it would be wise to share, just hopefully to help one or two people there, and just to share the knowledge that I have and what I have learned through my own life experiences. And what I want to discuss is how to become your own best friend, because in the modern world we've had friendships, relationships emphasized so much, especially romantic relationships, and they are sometimes the detriment to our lives. They make our lives more difficult, and it all emanates from the feeling of not being your own best friend and needing external validation. And that's why it's important to talk about this topic and how we can cultivate that good, nurturing relationship with ourselves. I want to make my case for why you should be your own best friend. And disclaimer, this is not to say that you should not have your friends, you should not have relationships, you should not relate with your family. All those are really important, and it's important to nurture all those relationships in your life, but it's also critical that you nurture the relationship with yourself, that you take the time to build a wonderful, caring, loving relationship with yourself. One, it's because you're with you 24/7. You'll be with you forever. When you go to bed, you're by yourself. Yes, it's important to be with other people, and you'll be with other people, but you're with you 24/7. In your happy times, you're the only one who knows how you feel, how happy feels to you. In your sad times, you're the only one who knows how sad feels to you. So it's best to know yourself and to build a relationship that feels good from the inside, not just from the outside. The outside is good in terms of self-care, body looking good, taking care of your body, like presenting yourself in a good way, but the inside is even more important, how you feel on the inside. And so let's discuss how to build that relationship with yourself. And just one more point before we move to the how. The why is also because external validation can be fleeting. It is good to have people assure you on the outside, tell you you're beautiful, tell you you're amazing, celebrate you when you do good things. But sometimes those same people will say things that will hurt you, will say things that make you feel like you're nothing, or you're not those things that they said before. So in those instances, relying on external validation may not be the best thing. It is important to have that validation, but to have your own validation, what a joy. Anyway, let's discuss how do you become your own best friend. And number one is to listen to your own needs. This is so important, and many times in life we've been taught to listen to other people's needs and to ignore our own needs. And I've found this to be very common, especially among mothers. We are very intuitive, and we can discern when our children need something. For example, I can tell when my daughter is crying because she's hungry, or when she's crying because she's frustrated, or when she's just crying because she just wants to cry, which is okay. But as a mom, I have those instincts to discern those needs and to offer her a snack just before she gets too angry, or encourage her to go to the toilet when I know that's what she needs. But when it comes to ourselves, sometimes we ignore those needs. For example, very easy examples. Sometimes when I'm seated at my office desk and I'm working, I start to feel thirsty, and I completely ignore that need. Like, why should I get up from my work and go get a glass of water? Why? But in reality, you should immediately get up, go get a glass of water, and then when you take that water, you'll be more productive. But you prioritize other things. We are prioritizing work, other things, instead of meeting our own needs, even the most basic needs. When you're hungry, you need just go and get some food instead of waiting until now it's so bad that you're shaking, you don't have energy, you can't continue with your work. You have to listen to your own needs and honor them. I learned this the hard way, when I would know what I need but not honor that need, not give myself what I want or what I need. And now, being my own best friend, I can recognize those needs. I can recognize where I'm failing myself and then correct that and just honor my own needs. And the second point that is related to listening to your own needs is knowing yourself. You have to know what you like. You have to know your needs. You have to know your body and how it speaks to you, how it expresses its needs. You have to know your mind, when it needs kindness, when you need to change your mindset, change your perspective. You have to become self-aware and know yourself to an extent that you're able to hear yourself, hear your needs, and honor them. So listening to your needs, then knowing yourself, very important. Then number 3 is to give yourself advice and encouragement the same way you would give your best friend or your little sister. If I may ask, how do you speak to your best friend? What kind of wisdom do you offer your own best friend? Sometimes I find that we have very good advice for our best friends, for our sisters, for other people in the peripheral, but we don't offer the same level of wisdom to ourselves. Sometimes we excuse ourselves from the same standards we expect our friends to adhere to. Sometimes we just don't want to listen to the advice that our higher version is offering us. But this is important. You have to listen to the still voice that is inside you, your intuition. It gives you such good advice that if you followed it, you'd be further in life. You'd be able to solve your problems faster. You'd be able to make your decisions faster. So sometimes you have to sit yourself down. Sometimes I do that with a notebook or my notes app on my phone, and I just list what is troubling me, and I think from the perspective of my best friend. What would she tell me? What advice would she give me in those instances? And sometimes that makes the decisions so much clearer, makes decision making so much easier. I promise you, just try it. You'll see, sometimes you'll feel some resistance within yourself, because the advice is really good, but it's sometimes hard to make the changes. But with time, as you learn to listen to yourself more, as you see more positive results from following your own advice, listening to your own intuition, you'll find it easier to make decisions. Number 4 is to hang out with yourself. If one measure of a good friendship is how much time you spend together, how much quality time you spend together. It doesn't have to be a long time, but it has to be quality. That time you spend together, what do you do? Do you go do activities? Do you sit down and talk? I don't know, whatever you do. But the same case applies to yourself. You have to hang out with yourself in a way that is pleasurable, in a way that is enjoyable. If you like to go for a movie, go for a movie. If you want to go for a hike, go for a hike. Go buy yourself something, go shopping, go hang out with yourself, find activities at home, color. Sometimes I like to color, read a book, watch a movie, do things that you enjoy, but for yourself. Hang out with yourself, enjoy your own company. It takes time, I promise you. It takes time to really get to know yourself and find enjoyment in spending time with yourself. But once you unlock that chapter, oh my God, you'll be unstoppable. Just try it. Just try it. Go on a solo date by yourself to a nice restaurant. Go enjoy a meal by yourself. It might be uncomfortable first, but as you do it twice, thrice, 4 times, you now start finding excitement in going to find new restaurant to try by yourself. So just try it. Number 5, and the last point, is to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself, especially during the hard times. I found that we are sometimes really hard on ourselves, especially when we make a mistake. And this is not helpful in assisting us to move forward. When you make a mistake, already there are people telling you, you made this mistake, what is wrong with you, what are you doing? If you allow the same tone to infiltrate your mind and your heart, you'll find yourself going down a very slippery slope. So be gentle with yourself, speak kindly to yourself. I'm not saying you should excuse yourself or not apologize or make amends for mistakes, but in that process, just try to be very kind to yourself. Like, guide yourself using kind words. Let the voice that speaks to you in your head be kind. Remind yourself that you're still learning and you shall not repeat the same mistake once again. Just be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. In my experience, I've found myself, like, when I make a mistake, there's this really mean voice that comes to my head and it might say, what is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Come on, you know better. But that voice, when I hear that voice, it makes me feel even worse. It does not look forward to solutions. It looks at the same thing over and over again and overanalyzing, overthinking. But if you're kind to yourself, telling yourself, you know, this is a mistake, we are going to do better moving forward. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make amends. And I find when I take that position, like that hopeful and encouraging position, I am able to see other solutions that I may not have seen, and I am able to move forward and make positive decisions and make amends where necessary. So thank you. That is all I wanted to share, and I hope it is helpful to you. I hope you find value in what I've shared, and most importantly, I hope you find the courage to be your own best friend. I hope you have more faith in yourself than others have in you. Like, you are able to rely on yourself, rely on your own encouragement, rely on your own care instead of waiting for others to care for you. Care for yourself now. Even as others pour into you, you'll not be an empty cup. Thank you and have a nice time until the next video. Bye.